the blue counters. Those FRC ribbons are placement from all the way to 2002 to this year. We have 2 ribbons already for this year. So let's see how we do this weekend, and we'll see what we do. Now this is the area, this gray mat with the blue and the red boxes, the orange balls. This is where the robots train. Basically, they have to complete a certain task. This year, they have to put the balls in the boxes. Fairly basic, except for there's a giant hole on the edge of the box. So they have to put a plastic disc with Velcro on those Velcro strips that you see on the outside of the boxes. If the Velcro strips aren't aligned properly, that's going to fall off. The ball is going to fall out. They'll lose points. This is also timed, so they have to do this as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Now, the team for our robotics competition, the Robonauts. And they get their name from an actual NASA robot. You'll actually see him over here on the left, the blue frame with the guy with the golden helmet and the gold backpack with his hands up kind of in front of his chest. That's Robonaut. Robonauts are created to help astronauts maintain and repair parts inside and outside of the space station. Robonaut has 2 hands with 5 fingers. Each finger is accurate enough to turn a single page of a book without ripping it, and he can utilize standard tools designed for humans, such as a powered screwdriver. There's a version of Robonaut right now on the space station known as Robonaut 2, or R2 for short. The astronauts and engineers like to joke around and say all we need is a D2 and everything will be okay in the universe. Yeah, they're a bunch of nerds here. You kind of expect the NASA engineers to think things like that, right? Now, directly over here, just to the right of Robonaut, under the silver frame, you'll see my favorite thing in this entire building, Valkyrie. She's designed after Robonaut, but whereas Robonaut is built to work in space, Valkyrie is built to work here on Earth. But unlike Robonaut, who's a mechanic, a handyman, Valkyrie is a search and rescue robot. But right now she's still in research and development. That basically means she's still a toddler. There are a lot of issues with her programming, and right now one of her biggest problems is she's not very stable when she walks. She's supposed to be mobile and dexterous enough to move into disaster zones, locate people in need of search and rescue, and then she would be able to call in first responders for help. So not only would she be saving the lives of the people trapped in the disaster zones, but also those who typically risk their own lives to save others. Now hopefully we can get the programming issues worked out soon, so we can use her to save human lives in the case of natural disasters and man-made disasters as well. Now this Valkyrie, her name comes from Norse mythology. That's the Vikings. They believed if you were to die an honorable death in battle for a noble cause, which to them was the best way to go, a Valkyrie would take you to Valhalla, which was their version of heaven. Now I'm no expert in this field, but I imagine that if you were in distress, your version of heaven at that moment in time is safe and home with your family. And if that's where the Valkyrie is going to take you, then I say it's a perfect name for a search and rescue robot. What do you think?
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, it is about time for us to head over to Rocket Park, but before we go, does anybody have any questions?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Any pictures you'd like. And then when you're ready, we'll just head out down the stairs. Yeah, we're going to go this way, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
That's Valkyrie right there. And that's what's his name again?
Robonaut.
Robonaut, Valkyrie, and where's Robonaut 2 or R2?
He's in space.
Oh. I'll go up there and take a picture of him. Okay, bye.